Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well this morning. Wave at me if you're doing all right this morning. Wave at me if you're doing all right this morning. All right. Brock, I did not put my collared shirt on this morning. I didn't do my hair. I got my sweatshirt on, my hat on. Don't judge me, okay?
You look
Don't
good.
judge
You
me.
look good.
Hey, guys. Hope everybody's doing well. I hope you all are surviving or have survived the storm, Ice-mageddon, Snow-mageddon, whatever they want to call it. You folks in Nashville, certainly hope you guys are faring the weather and getting by up there. We had a bunch of ice. Like when I say ice, if you walked outside and you were not paying attention, just walking normal, you will do the slip slide. The slip slide. All right. But anyway, before we get started, I got a few things I want to talk to y'all about that y'all might need to be, or y'all might be familiar with, maybe not. I didn't plan on doing this, but anyway, let's first of all start out with our affirmations. Brycey boy, what's up, buddy? Hey.
Hi.
How, bud?
Hi.
No school today. Shocking. No school. Probably no school all week.
Right. I'm thinking so too. I'm thinking so too. All right, guys. So on the count of three, let's hop off of mute and let's say this beautiful affirmation together. 1, 2, 3.
I am created on purpose for a purpose. You are created on purpose for a purpose.
Are created on purpose for a purpose.
I love it. I love it. If that don't give you goosebumps and just make you throw your head up, head back, chest out, I don't know what does. I'm telling you, I'm excited. So speaking of Nashville, I'm going to say this plug, and I'm going to move on down the line, okay? For several months, I've had a trip planned. It was initially a surprise for my 50th birthday. We were going to go to Nashville for a long weekend. Thursday, actually through Monday originally. Then that didn't work out. There was 5 couples going. So we backed it up Thursday to Sunday. We had an Airbnb, $3,000 or more, something like that we paid. Nice little house, great house, great house. Well, here we are. We all have, well, my kids are somewhat grown, but still, we were calling for the biggest ice storm ever. What happens if ice comes? A lot of power outages, right? You can't drive. What if our power goes out? We can have people here nearby, but we all have kids. A lot of us have younger kids. I don't even know if I should be saying this, but I'm going to say it because I don't care. I got the microphone this morning. All right. So here's the deal. If South Carolina, North Carolina is declared a state of emergency and we're getting this blizzard, the biggest one in 57 years, do you think it's smart for us to travel and to carry out this trip? No. Do you think that they give 2 flying flitter flips about what the weather did? No. Airbnb says, well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They said that they can't do anything. We're out $3,000. Now, I'm not going to let that bother me. I ain't going to let, you know what I mean? But these other couples, they paid money. I mean, I'll probably give them back the money. It was a surprise for me, though. But, I mean, come on. I understand policies and procedures, but I also understand just trying to do the right thing and being a leader for your family and not put yourself in a bind. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, I just had to get that out. I just had to get it out. So if anybody wants to talk to me about that, because I get fired up a little bit thinking about it, but I try not to dwell on it. All right. At least everybody's safe. We're good. I can go make more money. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Enough about that. How's everybody doing this morning? Everybody good? Everybody good? Good, good, good. Listen, I've got something to talk about, but I'm kind of pushed just to open this thing up. Who wants to have an open discussion this morning? I mean, we got kids. We got, let's just have an open discussion. Ask me. I'm not saying I've got answers for all of it, but if you ever wanted to pick my brain, if you ever wanted to ask me about purpose, if you ever wanted to ask me about mindset or money, anything at all, I'm opening it up right now. Again, I might not have the answer. It might not be the right answer, but I'll give you the best answer according to my beliefs and according to what I got going on. So, with that being said, happy Monday. Come off the mute. Raise your hand. Let's talk. Let's talk about purpose. Let's talk about
I got
mindset.
a question.
Talk
I
about
got a
money.
question for you.
Talk to me, B-Rock.
So I like to get your perspective. We talked a lot about the audience there on what they're going to do after they left the summit and what they took away, implementing and everything else. I also think there's a different side of the coin too, where you're the speaker on the stage. So in your perspective, being a speaker in your growing position that you're in, what's the one thing that you took away from the event or that you're growing into that you are implementing, you're doing as a speaker? What are your next steps look like over the next 30, 60, 90 days that you as a speaker are doing?
Great question, Brock. I figured you would be last, but if you want to go ahead and punch me in the nose up front, that's fine too. Don't make no never mind to me. I feel like I've been playing small. And it's one thing I can say, progress over perfection. I can say that. But sometimes if I really analyze and do some introspection, I find myself that's probably what I've been doing. I haven't been taking bold action steps. I feel like I've been playing small. I want to build an agency of either specialist in what I do or preferred partnerships. Preferred partnerships means you continue doing what you do and you just refer people to us, and we have a partnership that we can truly help a lot of people, like boots on the ground, right? So if I believe in my mission so much, I can't do it alone. I feel confident in what I'm bringing to the world. I feel confident. I think it's needed, but I feel like I may need a coaching program. I feel like maybe I need to start soliciting myself and letting people know that I am available to speak and to coach more. See, I've just kind of, if you ask, you ask. I haven't put myself out there that, hey, I'd love to come speak. And really that's where my joy is, I that fulfillment. When I speak, I absolutely love it. If you don't, I mean, if you ever watched me, I don't know if I'm speaking good, but I love it, man. I love it. I love it. I could speak all day and not even worry about eating, nothing. You know what I'm saying? I just like it. I enjoy it. So I need to be more intentional in taking intentional steps to get me towards that vision and that calling.
The Bible verse that reminded me what you were just saying, and this goes for, what you said, Chad, but for anybody else out there, you have not if you ask not. And I'm a really, I actually got it from Brian Gelke. And I saw Brian Gelke put out something like 3 or 4 months ago about asking for events to speak at and to being very purposeful and intentional about it. And the other thing I will say is up your ask. For those that are asking, I'm going to share with you, up your ask, because God could really, really do things that you can't even imagine. Like this whole, the storm, like 2 weeks ago, we were in Nashville about to do the summit. And I was thinking to myself, God, imagine if this storm happened then. And then last week I was in Nashville. I'm like, what happens if the storm happened then? But God had it lined up that he's like, nope, this is what we're going to do to get everybody together so we can build off of it. But I started upping my ask and upping my prayers and what it is that I want to do with God. And Jim, we went to the hockey game Tuesday night, and he started asking me some questions about coaching and speaking and like trying to figure out my vision and all. If you don't have clarity, like specific, purposeful, intentional clarity, there's going to be some fog. And like literally, I've been upping my ask with God. I've been asking anything and everything you possibly can imagine under the sun. And I say this not to like, whoa, but since my summit, I've been asked to speak at 4 different places across the country. I've been asked to teach teams. I've been just crazy things that I can't even imagine. But I had to go through hell for the last year because, and I say the summits aren't hell, but they're very challenging. I've done 3 in the last year. I had the Facebook reminded me that we were all together in Charlotte a year ago this past weekend for those that came out to it. Then we had Key West in July, and then again in January, Nashville. But you had to go through that process in order to get to the next level for what it is that you want to do. So, Chad, I know, not I think, God gave you a gift. He gave you a gift to be completely vulnerable, an amazing father and a husband, and to put your vision, your thoughts, your energy out there. And I will hold you accountable that I 100% agree that you need to up your ask. You need to put yourself out there and you need to ask people. I want everybody right now, if you lead a group, if you lead an organization, a church, a Boy Scout group, a community of some sort, put a 5 in the chat. If you had the budget, the capability, money didn't matter, that you would ask Chad Free to come speak at your event. Put a 5 in the chat. If that was the case for you, to put a 5 in the chat, that you'd be like, you know what, Chad, I want you to be at this event in some capacity, whether it's 5 minutes or 55 minutes. So there you go, brother. You got a lot of people that want to hear your word. So go out there and start doing it.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And I'm being very, very sincere. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, it wouldn't be me if I wasn't trying to be a little funny, though. You scared me when you set up your. If any was anybody else mind go there, I'm sorry. I thought it was like, I'm about to tell you something. I'm about to up your, and then I had to chill. Sorry, guys. No,
You know,
thank you, Brock. I really
it's
appreciate
funny
that.
because when I listened to that message, so when you study speaking and you, that's what they did too, is when I was watching this video of upping your ask, they did that same way that they said it. And it's is where's Jim Morris? And Jim Morris says it's what do you call it, Jim? It's interruption pattern. It's a pattern interruption because people are like, oh no, where's he going with
So
that?
did. It interrupted my thinking pattern for a minute. I'm like, oh, he just told me. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Brock. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Who else wants to come off? Talk to me.
I think for me, everybody, that the coming off the conference, coming off the summit, meeting so many of you, um, it really pushed me to love on people more. You know, all the small conversations, all the side conversations, all the hugs I witnessed. I want more of it. I want more of it in my life. It's obtainable, and I want to check in more with people. I want to text. I want to follow up. You know, it was such a great opportunity with the storm coming just to love on people, right? And check in, and people will respond. People are home. People are worried. People are on their phones, on social. So for me, you know, coming off of the Nashville summit and just feeling the energy, feeling the love, It just kicked my butt into high gear. You can change someone's day, you can change someone's minute, you can change someone's month by just a simple text message of how you appreciate them, the impact they've had on you, and also just asking questions. If someone comes on your heart, tell them they're on your heart. That's it. It can be that simple, and that can change someone's trajectory of their hour, their day, or their month, because we all go in highs and lows. We all have big wins and big losses, right? No one's perfect. So that's just something that I took away, the last year, as some of you may know, and I've been very open with Brock. I spent a lot of time at home with the family, with my son being born, and I missed that energy, so for me, it was, I need to be in those rooms more. I need to love on people. I need to connect deeper. I need to spend more time with folks, because what I bring home after that to my family is even more energy and more love. I had it flipped. I had it backwards. I didn't want to be out being Superman all day and walk in the door and be Clark Kent, right? From traveling, from speaking. But in reality, when I'm out with people, when I'm out with the right group of people, like this group, this family, these summits, I come home like Superman, because the energy and the passion that comes through me by connecting with you folks and conversing and chatting and listening to stories and sharing. So that's what's on my heart, Chad Free. And you're one of those people for me, man. I love seeing you speak. I love your energy. And a little birdie told me that there's going to be a conference coming up called Impact Effect here in Nashville pretty soon. And I might know a guy who's throwing it. So there might be a speaking opportunity coming up.
Nice, nice. Jim, thank you. And I want to, let's hit the pause button. If you want to speak, or come off mute, I want you to do that. But I want to stop right here and I'll talk about how great this community is. And I've said this before, Brock, your vision, your calling has brought together a community of like-minded people. Jim, let me talk to you. What you just said is pretty much what I was going to speak about this morning. Okay. Sometimes we work for our identity instead of working from our identity. Okay. And exactly, alignment. I have chill bumps and they won't go away. But here's the deal, guys. That's what it's all about. That's what this country needs, is for people to love on them. They feel like a number. Every number has a name. Every name has a story, and every story matters. And just being there, be that human being instead of always the human doing. Who's to say? No, I'm going to say this. Where we're at right now is a platform that we were called to, ushered to in this world that God gave us for him to partner with us. We can't do it all on our own, but he's got this platform that introduces us to culture, because if we didn't work, if we didn't have these kind of things right here, we'd be in our house playing, well, I was going to say Nintendo, whatever's out here, Xbox, you know what I'm saying? Or just staying to ourselves. We are called to be that salt and light. And I love what Jim said. He was so authentic. It wasn't fancy and professional, just simply loving on people more. And he is so right. And if you don't understand it, because I know it sounds weird, I know this sounds weird, but unless you've been through it, you won't understand it. He had it flipped. He thought he could be Superman out here. But when you are out here with the right people and the right partners and doing the right thing and in alignment with your assignment, you come home a Superman, because you are truly living that abundance that you just want to. It's overflowing, baby. It's overflowing. You done got me yayed up, Jim. I can't make this up. I mean, that's what this is. That's what that okay. We'll stop right there. That's great, man. Like literally, it got me right in the heart. That's what it's all about. Don't fake it till you make it. Don't try to be somebody that you're not. Be you. God will put his super on your natural and things will happen like you have no clue and never expected through being who you were called to be. Just being you. Okay. Jim, thank you, man. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate that. I love it. Who else? Now that I got that out of my system, all you haters, y'all can call me later. Yes, I drink one Diet Mountain Dew every morning, and I'm going to do it right now because I need to be, let's go. Who else? Anybody? All right.
Michelle.
Hey, Michelle.
You know, I always have something to say. And let me tell you, the expression that I don't use, but I like it, is I'm yayed up too. I mean, just having everybody come together, and I now have a vision that's exploded. It's not just something that I'd like to do. It's something that I got to do. And it's not about me. It's for the people that want to join in it. And I'm just blown away by the excitement, you know, people like you, Brock, Rebecca, Jim, in wanting to see this book that we're going to do. It's going to be our motivational mindset book. And I mean, it's incredible. It's part of the explosion, I think, that's happening, and we're coming together as a family, or a body, if you will. You know, we're not all financial people or real estate people, but we each have something to add and be a part of the whole journey. And there's an accountability. I mean, all of a sudden, we have a date. You know, it's not something I want to do sometime in the future. We have a date that we want to have this book ready to launch at New Orleans. So I'm excited. I'm pumped. And thank you, everybody that's going to be a part of it.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Michelle, for taking the bull by the horns and leading that. Thank you. Appreciate that. You know, our work is not a curse. It's a calling that we have to steward. It's all about how you look at it. What we do, we are called to a mission. We're created for a purpose. And it's not to please ourselves, but to contribute to the mission, not to be a consumer. See what happens, like Jim said, when you contribute, and you give, you don't have to chase. That internal profit, it literally overflows on the inside. Anybody else? Anybody? Okay.
Hey,
It's
Chad.
8:40. Hey, Rosario.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good
So,
morning.
what can I say? I loved every conversation that I had in Tennessee. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what I took away was kind of like in alignment with what Jim mentioned. Let me just take off my camera. Hold on. So, so what I came back from that was one of the things that I learned was that the fear part, how it comes in so many different ways. If we're not vigilant on the fears, they're gonna try to stop us. And I'm just so grateful for this community, for Brock, for always, guiding us, leading us the right way and the best way that he knows. And so I'm excited because there's just so many things that are happening behind the scenes. And I shared it with Brock. He doesn't even know what's going on. I just sent it to him, but at the same time, I look at it and I'm like, man, if I would have stayed, like, I wouldn't have had this realization, right? And the conversations that I had at the event were just so genuine. I remember high-fiving Jim and telling him, like, connection. It really boils down into that connection piece and just being yourself, right? And so I do have several events that I've been invited to, and it's a beautiful thing because guess what? I'm coming back and I'm like, you can do it like this. Here's a tool, here's a resource, here's somebody that can help you in different areas. So it goes back to just being yourself, being genuine, not allowing your fears to stop you. At the same time, being vigilant because fears come in so many different ways and try to stop you from reaching your full potential. So I'm just so excited to be here every single time. Like, you guys are awesome. I love y'all.
We love you, Rosario.
Love you too.
All right, guys. Well, we are at 8:42 right now. Let's go, Fred. You want to talk
Good
to us,
morning,
buddy?
Chad.
Good
Good
morning,
morning,
buddy.
Chad.
How are
Good
you?
morning, everyone. I just want to second what was all you just said because I remember after talking to Jim and Justin, and after learning so many things from all the speakers, I learned to say more "I love you" to everybody. And Jim Morris gave me something when I was in a one-on-one conversation with him. When I told him about my goal, he told me the only way that it's impossible for me to get my goal is if I build an obstacle against myself. And by saying that, it showed me, and what Rosario just said, I used to fear, to worry about what people are going to say if I do this, if I do that. But now, every day, I learn to stand in front of my phone and say, "Good morning, everybody. My name is Fred Eugene, and I'm a real estate agent." And I'm pushing it to the point where I feel every day that I'm doing it, I may hesitate when I'm talking, but I feel more and more confidence in me to show that, you know what, no matter what it is, I learn from everyone, and especially Brock, because at times he always tell us he was ready to throw in the towel on that mindset, but he kept going and going and going. And last year he did 257 episodes, and then that kept him going because everybody is encouraging him to do more, and he is doing it again this year. And that helps us, whoever is in fear, to know that, you know what, when God is in control, you have no fear because he already gave us the victory. And I thank everyone who is speaking in there, and thanking you, because I know that altogether I'm going to overcome the impossible and succeed in my goal this year. Thank you.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you, Fred. Thank you, my man. Thank you, my man. All right. Well, it's time that sorry, I have a one-track mind. Jim, I'm responding to your message. That's my weakness. I have a one-track mind. Hey, I want to read something before I let you all go, okay? Lee on this call, and I believe she's from Key West. I want to read something real quick that she posted on Facebook, and I'm gonna read it fast if I can, so y'all listen fast, all right? And then we'll end the call on this. When you're called to something deeply, it won't just excite you, it will undo you. The vision, the purpose, the message, the mission, it will shake everything safe, everything logical, everything that fit before. It wakes you up early and keeps you up late, not because you're restless, but because something greater is trying to rise through you. It's peace that costs you everything and yet gives you back more than you could ever imagine. It will stretch your faith, strip your ego, and sanctify your process, and still you'll stay. Not because it's easy, but because it's yours. Your calling breaks you open so you can build what only you were meant to carry. What's calling you? When God places something on your heart, it won't leave you alone for a reason. You'll try to make sense of it. You'll try to quiet it. You'll try to take the safe route, but the vision will keep coming back louder, deeper, more undeniable than before. That's how you know it's not a good idea. It's a divine assignment. And yeah, it'll stretch you, but it'll also shape you. It truly shapes you because this path isn't about hustle or hype, but healing, building, and becoming. Almost done. So if you've been feeling the tension between what's known and what's calling, let this be your reminder. You're not crazy. You're just being called. Walk it anyway. Build it anyway. Believe anyway. God doesn't plant visions without a plan. That's by Matt Gottsman. And Lee shared that yesterday. And that is absolutely amazing. So thank you guys. I love you. I appreciate you. Be back tomorrow at 8:15 right here. Same channel. Brock, The Rock. We're bringing it. All right, guys. Thank you. See ya. Bye-bye.
Thank you.